Moving towards some more complex formulas of trigonometry, and those are somewhat like this. Before we derive them, let's focus on this. You know what is cos A plus B? We have derived formula for each one of them. We know for this is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, and this is cos A cos B and sin A and plus sin A sin B. In fact, the expansion of this is binomial, expansion of this binomial, both the terms are same in these two, just there is a difference of sign. It's cos A cos B first term, here also cos A cos B. Second term sin A sin B, here also sin A sin B. Just in cos A plus B, the two terms are separated by negative sign, and here they are separated by positive sign. And sin A plus B and sin A minus B, it's also, the expansion is binomial and its expansion is also binomial. And the terms are same. Sin A cos B first term, here also. And the second term for both is cos A sin B. In A plus B, the two terms are separated by plus sign, and A minus B, two terms are separated by minus sign. So, here minus, here plus, here minus. The sign between the two terms. So if there is a plus sign in between, so the second term will cancel. Okay, and this will be 2 times first term. And what's the first term for these? That is cos A cos B. Now cos A cos B and cos A cos B here. So 2 cos A cos B. Now here, when there is a negative sign, so second term, first term will cancel now. For 1 minus 2 minus 1 minus 2. Okay, so the first term will cancel when there is a minus sign, and the answer is gonna be minus 2 and minus 2. That means not 2, minus second term and minus second term. That means minus 2 times second term. So it's minus 2 times sin A sin B. Now if we come here, sin A when we add, with the plus sign, so 1 plus 2 plus 1 minus 2. Second term will cancel, and the answer is 2 times first term, and the first term is sin A cos B. Here I want to add up again, therefore of this and this, their first and second terms are same. They just differ in the signs. When there is a negative sign, so the first term will cancel, and the answer is gonna be plus second term and minus again plus second term, means plus 2 times second term, and the second term is cos A sin B. Here you can say the answers are all monomials. Going from a expression, they have a monomial answer. Binomial, they are monomial answers. So how these formulas are useful? They are useful in simplification process. So if you have a question like this, then your answer is gonna be, as per this formula, it's gonna be 2 cos A which is 4x, 2 cos 4x and cos 2x. That will be the simplified formula for this. Simplified expression for this. But now at this point you can think that why to learn these formulas when we have this expressions, we can simply apply the formulas and can calculate this. Why to mug up these formulas? Means how are they beneficial? We can actually apply A plus B here and A minus B here, and with one step we can reach here. So the answer for that is this. You won't be getting question in this format. They'll ask you to simplify this. Cos 6x plus cos 2x. See how one formula leads to the another and how the complexity of quotient is raised. It was quite simple when it was like that, but now it's this. They'll ask you simplify this. Now how to sort it out? How did we create this problem? Through this. So solution also lies in that. That means, do we have to reduce whenever we are getting a sum like this, maybe this or sine 6x, sine 2x or whatever, means sine 6x minus sine 2x, whatever. Do we have to go through, do we have to break them into two numbers such that sum of those two numbers is this and the difference of those two numbers is this? Yes, we can proceed it like that. Just think of those two numbers. Okay, and how can we, that's not a tedious task. We can easily think of finding out two numbers whose sum is this and whose difference is this. So it's actually a linear equation in two variables, and you have done a lot in class 9. Means a plus b should be 6. We can easily put x later, and a minus b should be equals to 2. So what does this mean? This, when you will sort it out, you will get to know your a is 4 and your b is, when your a is 4, then your b will come automatically 2. So that means you are able to split it up. Then you can write it like cos of a plus b is, we have to split it into a plus b, two terms. Instead of 6x, I have written two terms, a plus b. So here we can write 4x plus 2x and 4x minus 2x. They can be done it like that. But can we adopt something else? Yes, we can do. Let's deal it generally. Suppose this question is this. Means this is cos A, cos B. So as per this method, what are we going to do? We have to resolve this number and this number in such a way into two numbers such that the sum of those two numbers is A and the difference of those two numbers is B. Do we always get such numbers? Yes, because these are two different equations, two linear equation in two variables, and they always have a solution. Two linear equation in two variables always have a unique solution. Yeah, there are some constraints, but let's not discuss them right now. Cos A plus cos B. So as per our method, what do we have to do? This has to be splitted up into two terms, both of them in fact, such that the sum of those two numbers is this and the subtraction of those two numbers is this. No? Okay. We're generally developing a formula instead of finding out those numbers, a general formula. Okay. Suppose we have split them up into this. So what is the answer? Because this is cos m plus n and this is cos m minus n. So you know cos m cos n minus sin m sin n, cos m cos n plus sin n sin m, and because there is a plus sign, so their second term will cancel and your answer is gonna be 2 cos m cos n. This is the answer, but we cannot keep answer in this because this we have done in our mind. We are just saying suppose there are two numbers m and n, suppose there are two numbers whose subtraction is this. Okay, so in that ways the answer is gonna be this. Okay, now we'll substitute back m and n in terms of a and b. Let's see how. The same procedure, m plus n is equals to a and m minus n is equals to b. If you'll sort these two equations, you'll get to know m is equals to a plus b over 2 and n is equals to a minus b over 2. So what is this? This is, the answer is this 2 cos a plus b over 2 and cos a minus b over 2. So whenever we have this sum, we need not to go through the same procedure again. We always do so. No? Just like in class 10, you had many formulas. No? Quadratic formula and the formula where you decide the slopes of the equations, means whether they are parallel or not, a1 over a2. What are those? How do we reach any formula? This is the generalized form of the examples. No? So instead of solving each and every question, we have generally solved cos A and cos B. And cos A cos B is 2 cos A plus B over 2 and cos A minus B over 2. Okay, just go through the video again and just see the derivation of this. Fix it in mind, then you can easily derive further. If you have sine A plus sine B. Okay, so what is the origin of this? Whenever you see this, you should see A as a sum of two numbers and B again as a sum of two numbers. Okay, and then you have to think the two numbers and then addition sign and the two numbers and then means the difference of those two numbers and the sum of those two numbers. So which term will get cancelled? Because this is the difference of two terms, second term is gonna be negative. Okay, as I told you before, this is B is 1 minus, it has gonna, it's the difference of two terms. Okay, it's the difference of two terms. B is the difference, sine x minus y, something like that. So its expansion is gonna be binomial and its expansion is gonna be again binomial and their terms are gonna be same. So the answer for this is gonna be 2 times first term, and the first term for this is sine 1 plus 2 is sine A, if it is mn, so sine m cos n, means the answer for sine A plus b and sine A minus b is 2 sine A cos b. No? So here also, it's also gonna be 2 sine, here it is 2 sine A cos B. Okay, where A and B were the two terms. So here the two terms are m and n. So it's gonna be 2 sine m cos n. But our m is A plus B over 2. Okay, and it's gonna be A minus B over 2. Okay, so this derivation was nothing, it was actually, I want to lead you here. Cos A plus cos B is 2 cos A plus B over 2 cos A minus B over 2. Means these four formulas has given you, they are not of that much importance, but the formulas which have evolved through them, they are of more importance, and those formulas are like this: cos x plus minus cos y. What am I doing here? I am just replacing, for the sake of convenience, I replaced a plus b by x. Okay, now this is cos x plus cos y, and that is cos a plus b plus cos a minus b. Here I have got x and y. Okay, and there x is actually equals to a plus b and y is actually equals to a minus b. The answer for this formula is 2 cos a cos b, but there I cannot write, but here I cannot write a and b because I am starting the formula with x and y. Okay, although x is equals to a plus b and y is equals to a minus b. Okay, that formula was in a and b, so the answer is in a and b. Now although x is equals to a plus b, y equals to a minus b, so the answer is gonna be in the same terms, but I cannot write a and b. In fact, it's gonna be 2 cos, but I won't write a here. Okay, so actually a plus b is x and a minus b is y. So a is x plus y over 2. You can derive it. Or you can do it here also again. And that was cos b, but here I'll write, sorry, I have used capital, so I have to use capital here. X minus y over 2. It's simple. Cos a plus b plus cos a minus b is equals to 2 cos a cos b. Okay, but there is no, I'm right, a plus b is x and a minus b is y. Therefore, a is gonna be x plus y over 2 and b is gonna be x minus y over 2. Similarly here, it is minus 2 up there, that is sine a, but I cannot write sine a. A is always x plus y over 2. It's always with the positive sign. And then sine of a minus b. Sorry, sine b. Sine b is x minus y over 2. Okay, it's not whole 2, it's only angle 2. You know that. This is n a minus b over 2. Similarly, there it is 2 sine a cos b. Sine a plus b, sine plus sine a minus b is 2 sine a cos b. But here I won't write a, I'll write x plus y over 2 and cos a minus, sorry, x minus y over 2. Similarly here the last formula up is 2 cos, this last formula, sine a plus b minus sine a minus b is plus 2 cos a sine b. So here also it's plus 2 cos a, I won't write a is actually equals to x plus y over 2 and b is actually equals to x minus y over 2. Let us do a demo sum for this. Now suppose you have cos a, cos b and you have to simplify it, means a monomial, or you have been asked to simplify it. Okay, then you must look at it as cos a plus cos b or cos x plus cos y. Okay, cos x plus cos y, and where x is a plus b and y is a minus b. Then you have to recall your formula. No? How? What procedure should go in your mind? You must look at this as a plus b and a minus b. Then you have to recall your formula. So what is your formula? Your formula is, you have to recall this, then you have to recall the formula, and the formula is, it's multi-steps actually. The two terms of it has, its expansion has two terms, its expansion has two terms because there is a plus sign, so the second term will cancel. Okay, and the answer for this is 2 cos a cos b. But so on the same terms the answer is gonna be 2 cos a, but what is a here? You know what is a here? A plus b is 6x and a minus b is 4x. You can easily find out by numerically, but we have already found out that it's gonna be 6x plus y over 2, if you remember. Okay, and then cos b. So cos b is actually 6x minus 4x over 2. So answer is 2 cos 5x and cos 2x. So this is your monomial answer for this. Okay, first you have to compare this with this, then you have to recall this formula, and through this formula, or to make it easy, through this formula you can recall the other formula, which is cos x plus cos y. First look at this, then this for the initial stages, and then you can recall the formula 2 cos x plus y over 2 and cos x minus y over 2. When you go through these steps, soon by looking at this you can recall this formula and this. Actually this formula doesn't have any visual, no? Visual, moreover the logic gets when we reached this formula, there wasn't any logic for this. How come this came? This actually came through this. No? You know what is cos A, how to solve cos A plus B, you know how to solve cos A minus B, and how come their addition is this. This is quite clear. There is clear-cut logic. You can actually prove this, but you don't have any direct thing to prove them. Okay, so the logic is through them. So initially you must go through these steps. Okay, then it will be easy for you to learn these formulas. Which formulas? These 4 formulas. It will be easy for you. When you look at the terms, these will automatically come to you. Okay, so please go through these formulas. I would say, in fact, derive them first. Okay, go through the video, derive them, because once you understand the derivation, then you'll be able to apply them. You'll feel easy to apply them. Okay, thank you.